Mark William Calaway, born March 24, 1965, better known by his ring name The Undertaker, is an American professional wrestler currently signed to WWE, where he has worked since 1990, making him the company's longest tenured in-ring performer. Calaway began his wrestling career with World Class Championship Wrestling, WCCW, in 1984. After wrestling for World Championship Wrestling, WCW, as Mean Mark Callous from 1989 to 1990, he signed with the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, in 1990. Calaway is regarded as one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time. As The Undertaker, Calaway's gimmick is a horror-themed, macabre entity who employs scare tactics and holds links to the supernatural. The character was reinvented as a biker during the early 2000s. The Undertaker is the storyline half-brother of fellow WWE wrestler Kane, with whom he has alternately feuded and teamed with as the Brothers of Destruction. The Undertaker has been involved in various pivotal storylines and matches within WWE history. The Undertaker is known for the streak, an unprecedented run of 21 straight victories at WWE's leading pay-per-view, Wrestlemania, including main event bouts at Wrestlemania 13, Wrestlemania 24, and Wrestlemania 26. He sustained his first loss at Wrestlemania 30 to Brock Lesnar. 9. Prior to his WWF career, he also held the ASWA Unified World Heavyweight Championship once, and since unseating Hulk Hogan as WWF World Heavyweight Champion in 1991, he has won the WWF World Championship 4 times and the WWE's World Heavyweight Championship 3 times. All in all, he is an 8-time world champion. He also won the 2007 Royal Rumble. During his absence, the WWF promoted his return by showing video clips of people who claimed to have seen The Undertaker. After WrestleMania X, Ted DiBiase introduced an Undertaker back to the WWF. This Undertaker, however, played by Brian Lee, was an imposter Undertaker, dubbed The Underfaker by fans, and led to the return of the real Undertaker in the SummerSlam main event, appearing as a new version of his deadman persona, represented now by cool colors and replacing gray with purple. The Undertaker defeated the imposter after 3 tombstone piledrivers. At Survivor Series, The Undertaker defeated Yokozuna in a casket match rematch. Throughout most of 1995, Undertaker feuded with members of Ted DiBiase's $1 Million Corporation. At WrestleMania 11, while The Undertaker was facing King Kong Bundy, Kama stole the urn and antagonized him by melting it into a large gold necklace. In August, Undertaker defeated Kama in a casket match at SummerSlam. Several weeks later, Undertaker injured his orbital bone near his eye, forcing a period of absence for surgery, until his return at Survivor Series. The Undertaker returned in November at Survivor Series, wearing a Phantom of the Opera-like, gray upper face mask. In the main event of the Royal Rumble in January 1996, The Undertaker was unmasked in a WWF World Heavyweight Championship match against Bret Hart, but Diesel interfered during the match, costing The Undertaker the championship. A rematch for the title on the February 5 episode of Raw saw similar interference. At that month's In Your House, Rage in the Cage, while Diesel was facing Hart in a steel cage match, The Undertaker delivered a surprise attack, emerging from a hole he had ripped through the ring canvas and dragging Diesel with him down under, allowing Hart the victory. After several weeks of more tit-for-tat between Diesel and The Undertaker, the feud culminated in a singles match between the two at WrestleMania 12, where Undertaker was victorious. The Undertaker's next feud started the next night on Raw, when Mankind made his debut and interfered in Undertaker's match against Justin Hawk Bradshaw. For the next few months, Mankind ambushed and cost The Undertaker several matches. The feud intensified, and they began taking their battles into crowds, backstage areas, and in the boiler rooms of different arenas. Mankind cost The Undertaker the WWF Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship at In Your House 8, Beware of Dog, assisting champion Goldust to victory. As a result, the first ever Boiler Room Brawl was booked between the two at SummerSlam. During the match, when Undertaker reached for Paul Bearer's urn, Bearer hit him with it, betraying The Undertaker and allowing Mankind to incapacitate him with the mandible claw, giving him the win. After Bearer's betrayal, The Undertaker took his rivalry with Mankind to a new level, resulting in a Buried Alive match in the main event of In Your House 11, Buried Alive, where The Undertaker won the match after a chokeslam into the open grave. However, after interference from the Executioner, as well as the help of several other wrestlers, The Undertaker was ultimately buried alive. In February 2015, Bray Wyatt began a series of cryptic promos which led to Fastlane, where Wyatt challenged Undertaker to a match at WrestleMania 31, which Undertaker accepted. At the event on March 29, Undertaker defeated Wyatt after 2 tombstone piledrivers. At Battleground in July, Undertaker made his return by attacking Brock Lesnar as Lesnar was on the verge of defeating Seth Rollins during his WWE World Heavyweight Championship match, which caused the match to end in a disqualification win for Lesnar. The next night on Raw, Undertaker explained his actions as revenge, not for Lesnar breaking the streak, but rather the constant taunting he allowed Paul Heyman to engage in. Later that night, after Undertaker and Lesnar brawled throughout the arena and had to be separated, a rematch was scheduled for SummerSlam in August. At the pay-per-view, Undertaker defeated Lesnar in controversial fashion. Lesnar put Undertaker in his Kimura lock and the timekeeper rang the bell after seeing The Undertaker supposedly indicating submission. Since the referee hadn't seen a submission and never stopped the match continued. The confusion allowed Undertaker to surprise Lesnar with a low blow before trapping him in Undertaker's submission hold, Hell's Gate, in which Lesnar passed out. At Hell in a Cell, The Undertaker was defeated by Lesnar in a Hell in a Cell match after Lesnar hit him with a low blow and delivered the third F5 of the match. Afterwards, Undertaker was given a standing ovation by the crowd after his defeat from Lesnar. He was entirely ambushed and captured by the Wyatt family, who then carried him away from the ring. After ambushing and capturing Kane away on the following Raw, Wyatt explained that he had claimed their souls, mocking Undertaker and Kane in the process and stole their demonic powers, until the Brothers of Destruction returned on the November 9 episode of Raw, and attacked the Wyatt family, setting up a tag team match at Survivor Series, where the Brothers of Destruction defeated Wyatt and Harper after Undertaker delivered a tombstone piledriver to Harper for the pinfall victory. On the February 22, 2016 episode of Raw, Vince McMahon placed his son Shane McMahon, who returned to WWE for the first time since 2009, in a Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania 32 against The Undertaker with the stipulation that if Shane wins, he gains control of Raw. Vince later decided that should The Undertaker lose the match against Shane, it would be his final match at WrestleMania. After weeks of mind games and physical confrontations between the pair, at WrestleMania 32 on April 3, Undertaker defeated Shane McMahon via pinfall in their Hell in a Cell match. The Undertaker went undrafted in the 2016 WWE Draft.